Hi guys, welcome to Kaysprotips. This is episode 1. I'm Project K. Right now we're in Westville, Durban, South Africa. That's Seslos. And I'm about to show you guys a few tips in Pro Tools about mixing and getting really nice, fat hip-hop and basically urban drum kicks. These techniques can be used in basically any program, not specifically in Pro Tools. I've done this in FL Studio, in Logic, and even can be achieved in programs like Reason and Ableton, as long as you understand your mixer and understand how to manipulate it, especially from a stereo positioning point of view. Just for future reference, this is not only an audio tutorial channel. We're going to be doing stuff in After Effects, in Premiere Pro, and even in FL Studio in some cases, and maybe occasionally even Logic, just to cross-platform and show how these techniques can be achieved in different things. We're going to be doing stuff for film and for audio, mixing and production as well. Like I said before, this is our first episode, so depending on the feedback we get, we'll make more episodes. And the main thing I think we should focus on is just trying to give you guys what you need, what you are looking for, and what kind of stuff you want to learn. And what we're going to be also doing is giving you a bunch of free stuff, like some incentives, just to help you along with whatever productions you guys are working on. So if it's video, we might give you some overlays for free or give you some links to some useful websites. And in this specific episode, we're going to be giving you a free pack of some drums, so you guys can experiment and work on the techniques that we're teaching you. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a great relationship, and hope you enjoy it. Hi guys, welcome back to Kaysprotips. Yes, we're in Pro Tools now. For those who don't know, this is Pro Tools 10 that I'm using, but you could achieve this in even Pro Tools 8, 7. Yeah, I've only worked since 7. Okay, what I'm going to show you now is the kick techniques. I've got 2 kicks in here. I've got like a 808 kick and a roomy kick. But what I'll do first is play you the song so you guys can hear it in context of what it's doing in the whole entire mix. And then when I show you the techniques, you'll figure out why I'm doing this. Another thing to keep in mind is that these techniques are not specifically only to Pro Tools. And yes, I realize that a lot of people will probably be saying, why are my kicks in stereo? I'll tell you why just now. I can actually show you how to do that, to get your kick in stereo instead of a mono channel, and then this would be more effective, the specific technique. But it's just something to keep in mind, and you can use it, don't use it, but it's just something I picked up, and it's been helping me a lot in my productions. Okay, so this song right here is the intro to Ushe-S's mixtape called My Soul. This is the intro we did with Soulbass on vocals and as well as Ushe. And basically I'm just on production on this. This is a Clockworks production, but we used a lot of different sounds, but you guys can hear that. Tell me what you think of the track in the comments below, and yeah, we'll get to the tutorial just now. Okay, so take a listen. Okay, that's a little taste for you guys. Like I said, we've got Ushe-S and Becky on vocal. This is Becky's main vocal. We've got Ushe's main vocal down here. It's just ad libs really. Yeah, and we've got a couple of things going on. We've got some strings, we've got some choirs, we've got a bass, synths, yeah, some roads, even. So some keys here and there, but it's not a lot of stuff going on. It's just a few things here and there, and just, you know, mixed very well. Okay, the main thing we're discussing in this specific is the kicks. Okay, and how we went about mixing those and how we went about creating that sound. What I'm going to show you now is if you have a mono kick, how you can get it in stereo. So you basically, okay, I should not use shortcuts all the time. I'm going to track, new, I'll create 2 mono channels, okay? This is what I'll show you. So if I copy this by holding Alt, right, I'll delete one of them, right, like so. Delete one of them. Let's create another stereo channel below. We're going to track, new, stereo, audio track. Cool. All right. If I hold Alt again and copy it, so let's say this was your original kick, and if you copy the kick and if you hold both of them, you create a stereo channel. That's basically how you can get your kick into stereo. Okay. Now that I've shown you that, we can move on with our lives. Yeah. Okay. Now, the reason I have a kick in stereo is because the program I use, FL Studio, for my production exports every channel on the mixer as a stereo channel. So even if the sound is a mono sound in its nature, it'll give you a stereo channel. Okay, obviously not every sound we use is a mono sound. We use mono sounds and stereo sounds here and there, depending on what we're working on. Okay, now the first kick here I'm going to play you, this one here, is a supposedly mono sound. Okay, so I'm going to play you what it sounds like by itself. There's a channel here. Okay, now that's what I've done to it. This is what it originally sounded like. I'm going to bypass the bus, back over holding control click there. I'm actually giving a Pro Tools tutorial now. And I'm going to hard pan everything left and right, because that's how it comes by default. You hard pan everything left and right. Okay, and this is what it sounds like originally out of FL. Okay, so that's what the kick sounded like originally. Now, I love bussing stuff because it helps gel all the sounds together in the mix, including vocals and stuff like that. It just helps create a glue of a sort. So what I did first and foremost, okay, I'm going to play the original, and then I'm going to show you what I do to the channel in order to get it mono sounding. Okay, so this is what it sounds like first. Okay, now if you hold Alt and click on your knobs, it goes into center. So now it's technically a mono channel. Yes, you hear the difference, right? I'll play it again for you. Okay, hard pan left and right. Okay, go back into mono. Yes, all of a sudden your kick is in a smaller space in your mix. It's dead center and it's always going to be heard. Okay, now what else I did to this was I power compressed it. Now I have this compression bus, the send, and I created a bus over here called Power Drums, and basically I got a CLA3A. Just I pushed the gain up a little bit, left it on default for everything else. So I like that compressor. It's really nice. Because I'll play with the compression. Alright, you hear that? Without, with. You hear how much fatter that sounds? Yeah, it just helps bring out the kick a bit better. So it's still a mono technically, but you just got a nicer, fatter sound because you're bussing it to some compression. So technically what you're doing is you have your original kick, which is nice and central, and you add a compressed version of that to that sound, and we just makes it fatter. That's basically the theory behind it. Okay, now the room kick, this is what it sounded like. Okay, first things first. The raw sound that I had, had a roomy sound to it. So sound selection is really important when you're doing production. Okay, you can technically create a roomy sounding feeling from something by basically adding reverb and stuff like that, but it's hard to control at times. So what I did is I'll play you what the original sound is. This by itself. Okay. Now, things to remember. I want this to be a wider kick. If it was a real drum kick, you would have 2 room mics in the room and basically create a stereo room image, and that's what this channel represents. It represents a stereo room sound of the kick. Basically, that's what I'm doing. And I didn't pan it hard left and hard right. I left it a bit not that wide, just like you call it, let's say 11 o'clock 2 o'clock kind of vibe, and or 10 o'clock 2 o'clock kind of vibe. And basically that's the image I'm creating with that specific kick, right? I'm creating a wider version of the kick, but not that wide, and I also wanted to sound roomy, hence the roomy sounding kick. Okay, now what I did to this is I compressed it as well, and I created another bus called a width bus. That's what I call it. Basically it's got this harmonics plugin. I'll tell you why I have that there. And then I've got the stereo width plugin, which what the stereo widener does is it basically takes the original mono sounding sound and spreads it a bit more. So just to get a bit more width out of it, that's what I do to it. Okay, now the first thing I did was compress, obviously. So I'll play you what that sounds like. Mute. See how much fatter it sounds. So that's technically how you get it fatter. Now with the width, if something has more reverb on it, you think, okay, oh wow, it's played in a bigger room. So that's what gives you the better illusion of the bigger kick, and as well as the stereo widener. So the stereo widener basically spreads the actual sound, but the reverb gives you the illusion that it's in a bigger room, hence it's sounding bigger, and hence enhancing what I was already trying to achieve in the production. Okay, so I'll play you the kicks together. Okay, without. Fatter and wider. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that and you found it useful. Tell me what you think about the track and the tutorial. Enjoy. Define me, don't complicate the theme. Music notes don't mean a thing. My heart is where this feeling lies. Don't mince with me. This is my chance to portray what I made. Define me by what I made. That's how my soul speaks and finds a way to explore this world through those who love what this soul has to show. Yes, and that's the song, the intro that we created. There'll be a link in the description for the mixtape, which is free. And of course, there will also be a link to the free pack of drums we're giving you. We're giving you some free kicks for you guys to experiment and try these techniques out. Okay, see you again next time. Project K signing out. Use up.